Now, it is already illegal to text or make phone calls on a handheld device, of course, while you're driving. But from next year, the rules are being tightened even further. The RAC has been asking people how much they use their phones behind the wheel because they said the findings show that change is needed.
A quarter of drivers admitted to us that they were using their handheld mobile phone at the wheel whilst driving. That's to make and receive calls. And also drivers are using their phones for other activities, such as playing video games, for example. We've also found that that this type of behaviour tends to be worse amongst the younger age group, typically 17 to 24-year-olds. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to try and shift behaviour change.
Well, Alan and our live team are in South Lanarkshire this evening, finding out what drivers make of it. He's abiding by the law there, sitting in the car. Alan, take it away.
Well, Julian, it is something many of us have done at some point. I think you'd agree. You're stuck in traffic and you end up using your phone, taking a look at it. Well, from next year, that will be illegal under this government crackdown. Under current laws, you're banned from texting or calling with a handheld device, as you said, unless it's for an emergency. But from 2022, scrolling your playlist, taking pictures with your phone, playing games, that will all be illegal. Get caught and it's £200 fine and 6 points on your licence. But we spoke to people at this service station today and they're not convinced everyone will listen.
We just watch the road all the time.
Yeah. Do you think people will take notice of these new rules, the drivers?
Well, some will be, some will, but others will still say it's not for me. I'm not taking that notice.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope the younger ones do.
It definitely is a good thing anyway. I don't think anybody should be using a handset at all, actually, if they were driving.
Yeah.
When we were listening on the radio, it was saying that people were playing games as well, and that was legal.
I think it's mostly when people use it when they're in traffic.
Yeah.
I usually drive a bigger vehicle and I can look down at all the people, and if you go to London and places, everybody's on the phone.
It's probably a good thing. It stops people from getting distracted, I suppose.
Yeah. Have you ever been parked at traffic lights and looking at your phone?
Yeah, sometimes I suppose, yeah.
It's not very different from just touching a switch to putting your heater on or down or whatever.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line?
Well, it's illegal anyway, isn't it?
It's not at the minute, no.
Isn't it?
No, so it will be from next year.
Right.
Do you think it's something that a lot of people are guilty of, just driving along?
Probably. I'll bring the co-driver to do that for me.
The co-driver do. And do you think drivers will take notice of it?
I doubt it. They don't take notice anyway, do they?
Well, you heard the RAC earlier. Road safety groups, of course, are delighted by this, though some of them do raise concerns that there just may not be enough police officers on the road to make sure people are following these new rules next year. One exemption I'd like to talk to you about is when you're going through a drive-through for a coffee or a takeaway meal, then you will be allowed to handle your phone then in order to pay with contactless. One question that a lot of people here at this service station had today was about sat-navs and using your phone. As long as it's sat in a cradle, that is perfectly legal.